Okay, we're going to do our valve install here, our push rod install. So this is the one that they put the covers on upside down. So the first thing I do is reverse them. Tapered part goes up, flat part goes down against the cork over here. Camera cork. So first thing I do is figure out which where our top dead center is for the cylinder I'm going to work on. So you got to make sure you're not on the overlap stroke, which means both valves are open. You got to make sure both valves are closed. So the first thing I do is turn the mode over, see what's moving. So that's not moving, and that's not moving. Must be both at top dead center, right? This one's actually all the way open if you look at it. So this one here just closed. This one over here is opening. So we come back around. These are both down, so we can do this cylinder. This one just come up. Here's our intakes closing over here. So when that's closing, you take your Phillips screwdriver, put it over the spark plug hole over here. When it's all the way up, that's our top dead center point. Now right now both of these should be moving right now. See how they both move my fingers? Because these are on the overlap stroke. I think that's where he adjusted the valves before. Okay, so put that back in here, double check. See this? See on the other side? See that screwdriver's all the way up? So that's top dead center now. If that hole's open down there, there's probably a mark in the middle of the hole. Should be like a dot.
Yeah, you just passed it.
Close enough. Okay, so now we go ahead and put the push rods up in here. Something doesn't feel right in there. There, popped in the right spot finally. So once you're in the right spot, we can adjust these up, turn the light on. You gotta make sure the rocker, the push rod tip is up in the arm. This one didn't want to go into it, but it finally went. So I used a clothespin to hold it. And my tools. I forget my tools. So I first go a little bit tight on the overall tension. Now these nuts don't go down with your fingers, you have to go down the hard way. When the nuts are new, you can spin them down with your fingers. Okay. Tighten this up until I can move my push rod here. It's already jammed in down here already. Okay, now the push rod's moving. Back it up until we touch it, and we tighten both wrenches together to tighten it. If you try just doing with just a lock nut, you'll round it off. Once See, when we get there, push rod loosened up, see? Okay, right now I want a little bit of drag on this, and right now it's a free spin. So that means I have to unadjust it, tighten it, and then come back on it. So first you loosen them up, then you take the top wrench and tighten it, and then you tighten them both up again. You want to make sure you get the lifter in the middle. The roller's down there, it goes tight like that, so get it right in the center. Okay, now we got just a little bit of drag, which you can't feel, but it's free right there, and then it gets tight spots in it, see? So that's where you want it to be, is right where you're on the spots where you can feel the highs and lows. So that one's adjusted. When I do the exhaust, do it the same way. Probably should make sure there's corks up in there. So make sure the push rod's all the way in there first. So you just kind of feel it, and then you lock it with a screw. Just like before, put a little tension on it to hold it. Hold the top and tighten the bottom of it. And this one here I can do with my finger. That's good. That's how it's supposed to go. Push rod's still tight. So go ahead and tighten these down. See what happens. They got loose again. So just like before, you back it up. Tighten the push rod. Go ahead and screw a little bit more. And you tighten them both down with a lock nut. This one's still loose, it feels. It's loose, but it's close. Just going to take a little small adjustment. So you loosen it, hold the lock nut, give it just a little bit of tightness, and then tighten it. Okay, right now it's got too much drag on it. I can rotate it, but it takes pressure. So we're just going to tighten the lock nut down here a little bit more. So you just pull on both wrenches equally. It's free everywhere, and then you got a tight spot when it jams in. Okay, that one's done. Okay, so now both of these are done now. Now you go to the rear cylinder. So you have to turn the motor over until the valve closes. So there's the intake valve is closing. I'll tighten push rods now over here. And we take our Phillips, put it on the other side again like before. Right there, top dead center. And put this one in. This one, the screw's tight, it won't move. There it goes. There it goes. See how the push rod went all the way up? Okay, so all the way in. Didn't look good on that one. Yep, there we go. Yep. Just tight enough you can't do it by hand. Sounds like a Mexican cockfight next door. Just starting to move. That one's not too bad there, but then it gets real tight. So we'll tighten up just a little bit more. Big adjustment there. I'll free that up. So it's loose in one spot, then it gets really tight, and then it gets real loose again. So we'll leave it right there. In Sportster, all the push rods are the same, so lengths don't matter. Okay, we're loose. It moves, but it's way too tight. I don't think I can tighten the screw enough, but that's pretty tight already. Okay, so we'll have to back this one off a little bit. So now we loosen it and then tighten it. A little bit too much drag still. A little tighter. And I got loose. Back it off just a little bit. That's our tight spot right there. This push rod doesn't have those high lows in it, so it goes from being too tight to too loose instantly. One more time. There we go. Alright, that one's done. Okay, where is my screwdriver at? Okay, put your clips in here. Make sure you put the inner tube up. If you don't put the inner tube up, it will leak like a sieve. Seen that done a lot of times. Okay, I just push the top up here on the top, slide it up, take a medium screwdriver, stick it in there, go up, push with your thumb, pops in. Then you rotate the whole assembly to kind of center it on the corks. That way everything kind of centers itself, and if there's any grit or something underneath, it pops it out. So it won't leak. If you don't do that, a lot of times it'll leak. Feel a lot of metal rubbage on there. Alright. See, that part's in. Okay. I still gotta put the carburetor in here. I'm gonna skip that and go to the distributor next. And I want to get all the push rods in here before I do the distributor, because the push rods load the cams and the cams can kind of move back and forth. And all the backlashes, so I want to make sure I got the distributor under a loaded condition. Now this wire here has to come up the back side of this groove over here. See over here? When you put the cover on it. So it's going to actually sit in there like this.
Yeah.
Come around like that. So you got to make sure you got the wire positioned in that direction. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the screw in backwards from what they had it. So I'm going to put a flat washer. I got the terminal. See, I just reversed that because it was the wrong direction. Then we got the condenser here, and then we got the point. So, did that just move? That's loose. See, this here is moving the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Not supposed to be loose. So now we gotta take this apart, pull the whole thing apart.
Oh, there's a screw inside you that holds it in.
Yeah, it has a nut on the bottom. So I gotta take these two nuts off here, and the distributor will come up. Where's our clear drive set at? Over here. Okay, once you shut that off for me, I'll come back.